Today, Douglas County kids step back into the classroom. School last year was like no other, with remote and hybrid learning all during a pandemic. Even without such unusual circumstances, going back to school can bring mixed emotions. Mental preparation can help kids and parents move confidently into the start of the school year. Licensed clinical social worker and psychotherapist Heather Hans joins us live. Good morning, Heather.
Good morning, Corey. Thanks for having me.
I know so many people have anxiety with the start of the year. So what can parents do to calm kids' anxiety about starting school?
Well, I'd start by asking them their concerns and showing empathy by imagining what that feels like to be them and at their age. Parents can also help boost confidence by helping their kids make a list of their strengths and teaching them that their emotions mainly come from their thoughts. So it's important to think good thoughts, like having a goal of meeting a good friend this new school year.
So how can parents mentally prepare kids to go back to school?
Well, for the kids who haven't gone back yet and didn't start today, it's a great thing to do a practice run of the first day because fear peaks before a situation happens. So doing a rehearsal helps alleviate the worst part. Another thing to do is be familiar with the school, where their classes will be, bus stop and pickup locations, what they'll do for lunch and snacks, and even maybe what they'll wear the first day, because confidence comes from feeling prepared. You can hang a wall calendar for assignments and make a special day out of supply or clothes shopping. Another thing to do is ease them gradually into a new routine and bedtime, because sudden changes are hard on the mind and body, and we want to keep them healthy. The problem is most kids and teens don't like being told it's time for bed. So instead of focusing on what they don't want, it's good to focus on the relaxation time before bed, maybe playing a board game together, reading a favorite book, taking a bath or shower. You can also motivate them to get up earlier by taking them to one of their favorite pools or parks, making them a special breakfast, and also helping them to see friends before school starts. And then a third tip is to frame school in positive terms, because a lot of students don't like the idea of going back. And one of the jobs of a leader, and parents are leaders, is to communicate and frame their words in a way that inspires. So show confidence in them, remind them of their past successes, and also just avoid talking about it too much because that can trigger anxiety.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. Yeah, and bedtime is a bad word in my household too, so I get that. What are some tips for parents who are also feeling a little bit anxious?
It's so important for parents to be gentle with themselves and do what makes you feel happy and present, like being out in the sunshine, physical activity. And you also want to project confidence to your child because they pick up on your cues, and doing so can actually change the brain to start believing that you are confident. I'd also allow extra time in the mornings and not commit to anything else that first month, just so you can really kind of sink into the new routine and not overwhelm yourself.
Yeah, focus and dig into the new schedule because it is a change for everyone, that's for sure. Heather, as always, really appreciate your tips for us.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.